I think it was like early 2020. And man, you see some crazy shit. Like, man, you see some crazy shit out there.
Yo, what's going on, guys?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Of course we gotta touch on the no Diddy. We gotta touch on the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul shit. Wanted to see my boy what's bro name? I forgot bro name, but shout out to him.
Obviously, this is not my normal.
You got Xbox? Nah, I got PS5, Brody. I'm thinking about getting an Xbox, man. Y'all got the Game Pass and shit. I'm thinking about getting that bitch. I ain't gonna lie.
Set up. I am on the road, but I did have some time today, so I wanted to talk about the fight last night between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Unfortunately, Mike Tyson did lose by decision, but I am glad there were no knockouts, at least on Jake's part. Overall, the fight was very disappointing on several fronts, so let's talk about it. And before I even start, let me just preface this by saying the only influencer boxing match worse than this one was probably the Dylan Dennis versus Logan Paul special, where Dylan just...
Oh yeah, Dylan was just running around. I remember that. He was just running around. I'm like, bro, come on, bro. You wasting people's time. And then you was talking all this shit on the internet. I remember you was talking about this man wife and all type of shit. Like, you was like clowning all type of shit. And then when you got in the ring to beat his ass, you was just running around, running away.
Refused to throw a punch. He made the whole thing kind of a joke. And in the meantime, Logan Paul could literally not knock out an immobile target who was not moving. I mean, the guy was just standing there taking blow after blow. Pause. And Logan just could not get the job done. Now let's talk about a couple of things that happened before.
Oh yeah, and I know y'all seen this. You know, pause of course. That nigga Mike Tyson cheeks was out.
Lord Jesus.
Like he was a sumo wrestler. Like nigga, like his kids at home, they don't need to be seeing that, Mike. Put some clothes on, brother. This is on live television.
Fight at the final weigh-in, Mike does come out, junk out and all, and he ends up actually slapping.
You know, that's some old nigga shit. Just old motherfucker just don't care.
Up Jake Paul naked after he stepped on his foot.
Ooh, shit.
A lot of people thought
that was the best hit he got. No, yeah, man, that was the best hit he got.
This was a purposeful tactic by Jake. Some people
I lost 1,200 on that fight. Now I gotta come on, bro. Why you even bet on that shit, bro?
And it was set up. Some people found it.
I told y'all niggas, like, when this was announced, I said, don't bet on this shit. Don't bet on the fight. Don't bet on it. I told you this when this was announced. I said, don't bet on it, bro, because it's weird.
That Jake kind of crawls up on all fours like a gorilla. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but
that's what this. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know he crawled on all fours. That's weird, bro. Come on, bro. You kind of asked for the smack then.
Genuinely pissed right there. This is what Jake would say after getting slapped.
I didn't even feel it. He's angry. He's an angry little elf. Mike Tyson, I thought that was a cute slap, buddy, but tomorrow you're getting knocked out. I'm f***ing him up, Burial. I'm f***ing him up. He hits like a... It's personal now. It's personal now. He must die.
Listen, guys, I don't know if it's the fact that Jake Paul is the first
so
influencer to develop CTE, or if that's just the steroids raging through his body. But Mike Tyson would indeed not die in that ring. Here's what Jake's mom would say after she saw her little boy get slapped.
I'm gonna kill Mike Tyson for you. Fucking little bitch.
Oh, well, hold on. Whoa. Ma'am, please. I'm trying not to be disrespectful because you're someone's mother, okay? But I'm gonna need you to watch your mouth about Mike Tyson. Don't call him no little bitch.
You're a victim.
Maybe because he can't chase around your young ass son in the ring, don't mean he can't chase your ass around somewhere.
Lord,
ma'am,
Jesus.
I'm gonna need you to relax, okay?
You slap harder than him.
He's like, remember all those times you abused me, Mom? Then Jake started talking really crazy before the fight, saying, I believe I could beat Mike Tyson during any phase of any part of his career.
That's enough. Come on. Back in the 90s, the 80s, you get cooked. Come on, man. Come on now.
My guy,
you did your thing, but he's old. Come on now.
If you went into the ring with like a 25 to 35-year-old Mike Tyson, he would have literally flatlined you in 10 seconds.
Scary.
Like, let's say back in the 80s or 90s, this would be like a popular musician or a popular movie star wanting to box Mike. You know how much back then that absolute killer would have loved to do?
That nigga was knocking out, I think Mike Tyson like 5'9", 5'10". 5'9", 5'10", 5'11", something like that. He was knocking out 7-foot niggas that was 300 and some pounds.
You're a victim.
250 pounds, 230 pounds. I'm like, what the fuck?
Just fuck someone like this up.
It was different.
He probably would have done this shit for free. Before the fight, Mike even had his whole ass out.
What's your prediction?
Vicious win.
Vicious win. Thank you, Dad.
Love you.
Love you too.
Oh no.
You're a victim.
And this was actually a really big foreshadowing.
Nigga said, I love you, cheeks out. I'm not, hey bro, don't tell me you love me with your cheeks out, bro. I Can't do it, bro.
Because from here on out, the rest of
Look at this nigga with the glass. Y'all peep this nigga. He making sure he don't look at Mike Cheeks. He don't know what's going on. Mike Cheeks is out. This nigga looking up.
the stream would just be
Smart man.
absolute
I would be
ass.
looking the other way too.
Netflix claims that they prepared for all the traffic coming to their platform. It's going to be Netflix's biggest live sports event to date. But the streamer tells us everyone from IT to production has put their all into preparation and will be ready to combat any and all technical issues that may arise.
Nah, that shit was ass. Was y'all shit buffering? Because that shit was buffering on my end. I ain't gonna lie. And I got good internet. I ain't gonna lie. Unless I have good internet until it start raining and doing weird shit. Because, you know, it's weird out here.
Well, basically, like 500
But
million
it wasn't
people
raining.
watching this fight at
It
once.
wasn't raining out here,
Or I guess
so.
I should say they were trying to watch it because they were just staring at a buffering screen. I was actually down in the lobby of this hotel last night trying to watch the fight with like
Yeah,
a
it was
little
buffering.
crowd
I
of
knew I
people.
was tripping.
And this motherfucker
Yeah.
was back there trying to load up Stream East on the side, okay? He had a laptop. I mean, this is how sad it got, guys. At one time, Antonio Brown was streaming the video on Twitter, and you had 6.6 million concurrent viewers
Damn.
watching. Keep in mind, this is a view from the actual stadium. You know, there at AT&T, they got the big old Jumbotron, so someone just set up a phone there, and he collected all those Twitter shekels. I mean, the
Damn.
fact that one man's phone
He said shekels.
could handle a 6.6 million viewer
That's
live
crazy.
stream, but Netflix was apparently totally unprepared for this traffic. It's just hilarious. This is not the first time this has happened for Netflix when they've tried to put on a live event. People anticipated they might even buy Netflix just to view this one event, and then the shit doesn't even
I watched someone get kicked out the live. Damn.
work. When it comes to actual boxing, it was a snooze fest. Mike's legs got wobbly around the third round. I think he was pretty gassed. And at the end, it really just seemed like Jake, just out of pure respect, was not going to knock this man out. He was kinda,
Yeah, and I respect that on Jake and like he could have like he had a lot of gas in the tank to knock Mike out or try to knock Mike out. He just kept it cool. He kept it respectful.
just giving him jabs.
I got respect
kinda
for that.
securing the win. I think Mike only threw like 85 punches total or something like that, and very few of them connected. This being one of them.
That was a good hit. I seen that. That was a
And
good
I'm not
hit.
really seeing that much power behind that punch at all. As you guys can see, Jake remained relatively unfazed. I wish so bad that someone would just sleep this guy. He keeps calling out Canelo. Listen, Canelo, I know you're like a charity man. I know you like to do things for the local community.
Yeah, this is what we need. Canelo, go on do it. Go on finish him up.
I mean, you
no Diddy, of course. You know, go on get him.
Put some serious philanthropy on your resume by knocking this
Because
motherfucker.
fucking the Fury, what's his name? Is it Tommy Fury? Yeah, I think it's Tommy Fury. He didn't fucking do the job. He didn't even do the job. He was supposed to do the job. He didn't even do it. He a professional.
Route. And this is
He
how
won. He did win. The Fury nigga did win, but he didn't like knock him out.
you know this shit was so fake. At the end of the fight, you know, Jake was bowing down to him for about 10 seconds.
Nah, that's
there.
respect. That's respect.
And I wish that Mike would have just taken this moment right here
To hit him.
and just teed off on his head, like
That's
when you're in
tough.
T-ball and the ball's just sitting there. All you gotta do is swing. And you know, Mike looks like he kind of thought about it,
Tyson.
but instead he sticks out the hand. Okay, we're looking
Nah,
at a
that's
new
respectful.
era of Mike Tyson. And sadly, you know, when it comes to his physique, I thought that Mike looked pretty good. It did appear that he was training really hard for this fight for close to over a year. But sadly, guys, Father Time ends up coming for absolutely everyone. This man is almost 60.
I ain't gonna lie. I have seen like 50-year-olds really fight for real in good movement. I think Mike, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, he was in good shape. I also think like I think Mike said he did like a lot of drugs when he was younger. I think that drug shit catch up with you, bro. Like doing coke and all that crazy ass shit motherfuckers doing. He was doing that shit. I know he was doing it. I think that shit catch up with you, bro.
60 years old at this point, and he really just could not last. His best chance was just to go like all out for the first
That shit, them
probably
drugs
2 or
catch
3
up with you, bro.
rounds and just totally gas himself out and maybe try and get the knockout, but it really just wasn't happening, and it was pretty apparent very early on in the fight. Here, Jake Paul praises Mike. He says he's the GOAT.
First and foremost, Mike Tyson. It's such an honor. Let's give it up for Mike, bro. He's a legend. He's the greatest to ever do it. Obviously the toughest, baddest man on the planet, so it was really tough, like I expected it to be.
So there, Jake's just showing some respect. After the fight, you obviously got Logan standing around in the background trying to get his airtime. You know he always tries to make these situations about himself.
Yeah, Logan a weirdo. Logan a weirdo. He always been weird to me, bruh. No disrespect, but that nigga been weird to me. I ain't gonna lie.
And when Mike tells him, hey, I want to fight you too, Logan, this is what Logan says.
Logan, I think he said you might be next. Motherfucker, I'll kill you, Mike.
Now, I won't lie. I think even like a 60-year-old Mike Tyson might beat up on Logan Paul. Not that I want to reopen Pandora's
Nah,
box
let's
here,
not do that
guys,
again.
but
Let
this
it
guy
go.
couldn't even knock out Dylan Dennis when he wasn't even moving. You know, when it comes to Jake, at least he has all those knockouts on his resume. It might not be the most impressive fighters, but for Logan, it's like, bro, you never even won a boxing match.
Yeah, Logan. Yeah, he's. I'm not knocking his athletic ability or his talents. I'm talking about the person. That nigga weird. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, Lunchly,
I seen him in a wrestling
whooped your
ring
ass
doing his
multiple
thing.
times. After the
He's an
fight,
athlete. He's definitely an athlete, but I'm talking about that nigga. Like, I don't know him personally, but the shit that he's done like publicly, if that makes sense.
Nick Davis would post this on Instagram where he says, "To the bozo that shared the ring with Mike, you a whole bozo for this, and you didn't get the job done, shithead." Here, Jake would confirm to a reporter that he was apparently taking it easy on Mike once he saw those legs get a little bit wobbly.
At any point, did you start to take your foot off the gas just a little bit because you noticed he was tiring out?
Yeah,
I'll peep that.
definitely a bit. You know, I wanted to give the fans a show, but I didn't want to hurt someone that didn't need to be hurt.
I mean, yeah, honestly, last night, if he would have just, like, brutally knocked out Mike Tyson, I mean, he might have gone down in history as the biggest douche of all time, and he's already, in the running for that, but...
Did you feel Mike's power at all?
No,
He hit you with one.
He
Give
said
him the
no.
tongue.
but it didn't actually hurt. No one's punches have, like, really hurt. I got buzzed a little bit against Tommy Fury, but that's about it.
This was early in the fight. People were saying, oh, Mike still got it in him.
Land this jab right there that really knocked Jake back.
I don't know how Jake claims that this punch cannot have affected him.
If you had to fight Mike Tyson, you betting against yourself. What you talking about now? I got Mike Tyson easy. I'm beating Mike Tyson easy. But back then, oh yeah, I'm betting against myself back then. In the 90s and 80s, I'm getting cooked.
That's
Fuck
that
is you
power
talking
we
about?
wanted to see. Ooh. Other people were saying, yo, this fight had to
And I have boxing experience. Like I know I get cooked.
be rigged. This is
Back
nothing
then,
like
no.
what Mike looked during his sparring sessions, during his training footage. I mean, obviously, there's a big difference between going through practice and going into the actual game.
Yeah, it's
I'm
different.
sure other people out there who have played sports, not even boxing, but really like anything else, have known guys who were cold as fuck in practice, but when it came down to the game, they were
fold.
cheeks. And then after the fight, they apparently
Sometimes the bright lights get you, bro. If you ain't ready for that shit, bro, that shit'll get you. I ain't gonna lie.
asked him if Canelo would be his next fight, and Jake says, I don't need Canelo, he needs me. And I do think that Jake will continue to fight undersized guys who are like way out of their prime or just from a whole different sport. Like, look at the opponents he's had. He beat retired NBA player Nate Robinson 40. Okay, that's his first fight, People just wanted to see what he could do. They were impressed with the knockout. Beat retired MMA fighter Ben Askren, he was 40. Obviously, that guy was known for being...
What I say? I said this before. I did not watch this. I told y'all. He fight niggas past their prime. He'll get like great athletes that was cold at one period of time. You know what I'm saying? Because they have a name, it helps him propel himself up. So when it's time for him to fight an actual person, the money come. Here the money come. It's big money.
Elite grappler, was never known for his boxing. Beat retired
It's
MMA
smart,
fighter
bro.
Tyron Woodley,
Smart.
42. Now, Tyron was known for striking in his UFC career, but obviously, like, the striking in UFC, does it always translate well to boxing? Probably not. Then he goes in there and beats Anderson Silva, who was already 49 years old. People thought that
Which is a fucking legend, but again, bro, he old, bro.
was crazy. They thought that was, like, way too past his prime to fight. And then he obviously loses to the only boxer who was even close to his age, Tommy Fury,
Yep.
and also the only person who was really, like, a professional boxer.
And he, to be honest, I wasn't impressed on Tommy Fury part, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. He didn't really do nothing, but he did beat him. He did beat him still.
Beats
I wasn't
retired
impressed.
MMA fighter Nate Diaz at 39. I mean, everyone always says, oh, Nate's had this, like, iron chin. But even that fight was pretty garbage. And then he beat up on Mike Tyson last night, 58 years old. Guys, I really thought that Mike could maybe turn back the clock for this one. I thought that he would look a little bit better than he did. But he did end up looking like an old man out there. And it was very sad to see. Like, I don't know, it felt like elderly abuse or something. It was just sad. And at the end of the day, you do have to give some credit to Jake. I mean, the guy is an expert at marketing. He's an expert at making money and putting on these events. I think he made like, I don't know, $50-60 million last night, which is just fucking insane. But yeah, I hope someone puts an end to his little social experiment that he's been doing for the last couple of years soon. But I don't know if he'll ever put himself in that sort of compromising position, because without boxing, and once he, you know, actually gets knocked out by somebody, I don't know how much he really has left in the tank. Like, I don't really see this guy going back to being an influencer or anything like that, going back to Disney. I don't know. Y'all let me know y'all's thoughts down below. I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. I am sorry if the quality was not exactly up to par. Like I told you guys, I'm in this hotel room. The acoustics are ass. Recording this on a laptop. But it is what it is, guys. I'll catch y'all next week. I got a fire video coming, so y'all look forward to that.
Remind me of
As you
when
guys
Robert
know,
Freeman beat up
Superman
Stickman.
and some other fake boxing out here needs to be covered. So I'm out.